I got a question for you. Are you living life, or is life living you? How bad do you want to be successful? Are you ready to level up in life? Are you ready to go to that next level? Are you sick of being average? I ask you again, are you living life, or is life living you? Blessed and unstoppable, the international world tour. Dr. Billy Alsbrooks, coming to a city near you. I'll be teaching a 4-hour life-changing seminar on the art of greatness. Arise, champion. Every city will sell out. Get your tickets now. Hawaii, Houston, Phoenix, Atlanta, DC, Denver, Frisco, Boston, Philly. We coming. Be there. Get your tickets now at blessedandunstoppable.com. Greatness requires learning to own the dark. When you can keep moving forward, even when your physical eyes see no evidence of your dream manifesting, then and only then will you qualify for greatness. Now, I'm gonna lay out some steps for you today to help you go to that next level, that place you were designed to be. Now, before we get started, I need you to understand this. The same mindset that got you where you are today will not take you to the next level. So you're gonna have to dress the way you think and the way you see the world, your belief systems. Your life right now is just a product of your previous paradigms and your most dominant thought patterns. Your thinking brought you here to where you are today. Now hear me out. Questions will take you anywhere you wanna go. You just have to ask yourself the right questions. If you wanna reprogram your mind, you start with questions. Questions steer focus. Focus determines your emotional state. And that emotional state will give way to action, and it will determine the intensity that you take those actions. Successful people just ask themselves better questions on a consistent basis. Their inner talk, their self-chatter is different than the common person. Let me give you an example. The common person, when struggles hit, they say, why me? Why does this type of stuff always happen to me? Successful people, they ask this question: what can I learn from this experience? How can I get better? How can I get stronger? What needs to be learned in this trial and tribulation that I'm going through that I need to go to the next level? Now, my goal with this message, this teaching, is not to just motivate you, but it's to change your life. I want you to draw the line in the sand today and say enough is enough. No more settling below what I'm capable of. No more complacency. No more half-stepping. Today I will commit to becoming the best version of me. To go to the next level, you're gonna have to do more than just read and listen to audiobooks on success. You're gonna have to do more than just watch motivational videos. You're gonna have to do more than just go to motivational seminars. You're gonna have to get up and actually apply the stuff. I saw this quote the other day when I was riding down the highway. It was on a billboard. It said, with great power comes a great electric bill. See, there is a cost for success. Success is a war. It's a battle between those that want it and those that want it more. And my question for you here today is, which one are you? How bad do you want it? To go to the next level, one must move away from the safety and comfort of the familiar and instead aggressively pursue the unknown. Your success potential will always be equivalent to the level that you are willing to be uneasy. Champions learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable. That's what makes them champions. Every single one of you that are listening to this video right now, I want you to get a pen and a pad, and I want you to write this stuff down. I'm gonna give you 5 steps to help you go to that next level. Step 1, we gotta lay the foundation for greatness. Now there's 3 keys to this. The first being, we have to establish a direct relationship with our Maker. I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about relationship, a one-on-one relationship with God. Every time we get alone with God, we give birth to something. Spiritual intimacy impregnates us with the power required to fulfill our destiny. You see, our victory is established in our alone time. That's the key. That's the secret. To truly be blessed and unstoppable, to walk in the fullness of our power, to become the best version of ourselves, we must get along with Daddy every single day. Here's the truth. On our own, we can do nothing. But with God, all things are possible. Now I'm gonna ask you two questions. What kind of relationship do you currently have with God? Number two, what kind of relationship are you gonna have to have with God to go to that next level? The second key to this step of laying the foundation for greatness is know your identity. Success requires self-awareness. Who are you? That's the question. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What is your calling in life? What are you most passionate about? On my commercial for my tour, I ask a question to start it off. I say, are you living life or is life living you? That's a profound, life-changing question. What is your answer? For those of you who don't know what you want in life yet, start with what you do know. Be a good steward of the revelation that you do have, and by doing so, you will qualify for destiny to give you that next piece. See, before you can go to the next level, you gotta master where you're at. Self-awareness is a journey that happens over time. Acting upon that which we know and then trusting God with the rest activates a profound level of personal discovery. See, we cannot have true clarity until we first have faith. When we walk out the things we have the ability to do, we establish that momentum. The inertia allows faith to attract everything required to fulfill our destiny. Ask God to show you how He sees you, to show you what He made you to do, to show you His plans and purposes for your life. Start with that. I want to say this. Each and every single one of you out there listening to me right now, you have greatness in you. Greatness made you, therefore greatness is in you. Somebody out there needs to hear this. You are not a mistake. I say it again. You are not a mistake. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You have been strategically designed for a purpose, for God's plan here on earth. And only you can do what He has assigned you to do. The third key to laying the foundation for greatness here with this step is to detox emotionally. Everything we do rest upon our emotional state on the inside. So if we want to go to the next level of success, we got to get our inside right. Happiness chases those who master the art of forgiveness. Your future is too important to be held hostage by your past. Unforgiveness is an emotional cancer. We got to get it out of our body, out of our system, out of our mind, out of our spirit. The door to success is too narrow to carry every wrong done to you in the past. Now, I'm not saying what has been done to you by people in your past was right. Now, I know some of you are going through some massive pain from things that have been done to you, and I'm not trying to discount that. But what I'm saying is your future is too important to be held hostage by unforgiveness. Now, I'm going to ask you this question. Who do you need to forgive? What do you need to let go of? What are you still holding on to that is going to prevent you from going to the next level? You cannot grab success when your hand is full of unforgiveness. Now let's move on to step number 2. We got to create a blueprint for our life. The starting point for personal transformation is developing a powerful mental blueprint with the exact specifications for how you want your life to look. Vision is the genesis of all greatness. You gotta build the dream first in your mind. And when you build that dream, you need to do it in 4K, high definition, high resolution, mental imaging. We gotta make the dream so big in our mental realm that it has no place to go except into the physical. This famous best-selling author was doing an interview, and the guy asked him, what is your secret? How do you keep writing these great, amazing bestsellers? What's your process? And the author said, the first thing I do is write the last chapter. That way, when I'm writing, I always know where I'm going to end up. That same wisdom applies to anybody who wants to be successful. We have to decide what it is that we want in life first. We got to write the last chapter. So I ask you this question. What do you want your legacy to be? When you are dead and gone, what do you want to be remembered for? That's a profound question that you need to search deep down inside for the answer. The greats, the legends, the highly successful, they live with intention. They do not just get up and randomly go through life. They intentionally design their life to line up with the legacy that they want to leave. Where there's no vision, the people perish. So you need a vision for every area of your life. What do you want your body to look like? What do you want your marriage to look like? What do you want your bank account, your financial situation? What do you want it to look like? Decide what matters to you most. What do you want to get up every single day and give your life to? Now I want you to take time with this and write down your answers. Here's how it works. You start with the legacy. You write the last chapter first. Then you work your way back to outcomes. What outcomes must you achieve in order to leave that legacy that you want? And then you step back one more step. What goals, benchmarks must I reach in order to give way to those outcomes to produce that legacy that I want to leave? And finally, you come back to action. What actions must I take today to move me closer to my goals that will produce the outcomes to leave the legacy that I want? The Word of God says, write the vision and make it plain so he that read it can run with it. You got to write it down. The first breath of oxygen that you breathe into a dream is when you write it down on paper. That's the genesis, where the dream crosses over from the mental realm and into the physical. This is the beginning of the manifestation process, is writing it down. Clarity is power. It consolidates us on the inside so that we can walk in the fullness of our power. Once you write these things down, you got to keep your eyes on them. You got to keep these goals, these outcomes, this legacy that you want to leave. You got to keep it right in front of you. Broken focus is the #1 reason for failure. So you got to constantly be looking at where you want to go in life. I know a man who sat down and wrote out his goals and his outcomes and his legacy that he wanted to leave. He wrote it down 20 years ago. And every morning and every evening, he got up and read these things aloud to keep his mind, his actions, his focus, his time, and his energy all moving toward where he wanted to go. That man today is worth $100 million. This stuff works. Step number 3. You have to adopt the mindset of the next level. The one mistake people make is they try to go to the next level with the same mindset that held them at the last level. The mediocre, the average mindset will not support the rituals, the habits, the discipline, the actions required to produce greatness. Success and greatness is a frequency. We vibrate at a level equivalent to our thinking. So if we want to go to that next level, we must raise our vibration by way of thought. Your mindset is the thermostat that sets the tone for every environment that you enter. The question is, what is your thermostat, your mindset? What is it set to? Victory and defeat have the same mother, and that mother is your thinking. Now we have to do more than just think positive. The thinking is a product of the mindset, and the mindset is a product of the belief system, the global setting for how you see the world. Now we are going to change our global setting, the way we see the world, by asking thought-provoking questions. And by doing so, we will change our mindset, and in turn, it will give birth to more empowering thinking. Thinking that is conducive for that next level. Thinking that is conducive for greatness. Here's the question. How must you see the world in order to attain the highest levels of success? What belief have you been holding on to that has been hindering you from being the best version of you? Now let's expand on that. That belief that has been holding you back. Is it worth more to you to hold on to that than to step into greatness, to feel and experience your full potential? What self-limiting beliefs do you need to get rid of so that you can go to the next level? Make sure you write these questions down. And when this message is over, I want you to start working on these questions. Dive deep into yourself. You are worth it. Your future is worth the work. Do the homework. Now let's move on to step number 4, which is prepare for war. See, anywhere you can grow, thrive, or multiply, the enemy's gonna attack. Don't get rattled, discouraged, or derailed by this, but see it as confirmation that what you are doing has now become a threat to the enemy. The enemy only attacks that which he fears, that which he is threatened by. And as long as you are outside of God's will, being complacent, settling for things way under what you were designed to do, the enemy is safe. But the moment you start pursuing greatness, the moment you step in faith, the moment you step out there and say, enough is enough, that is the moment you jump on the enemy's radar. I want you to understand this. The greater the opposition, the greater the destiny. Every attack by the enemy should embolden you. You should become more aggressive. The more we go through the fire, the more refined we become. Diamonds require immense pressure to be made. It's the same with greatness. To prepare for war, we must first understand why we are fighting in the first place. What is your motive, your reason, your why for wanting that which you want? The greats, the legends, the world changers. They know what they want and they know why they want it. Everything in life has a why required to obtain it. See, when the why is greater than the obstacle ceases to exist. Your why is your fuel and transportation. Wherever you want to go in life, you just got to make sure your why is equivalent to it. Every level up the success ladder that you want to climb requires that you raise your level of discipline up to a level that will support it. To get on a proper war footing for success, you need to plant yourself in an environment conducive for it, conducive for victory. Many times, the difference between staying local and going global is the people one chooses to associate with. So if you want to go to the next level, it's a must that you close the door of your inner circle to anyone that does not believe in your dreams. Now, to taste greatness, you have to quarantine the naysayers around you, limit their access, and refuse to let them infect your mind. What we got to do is surround ourselves with super believers, prayer warriors, and people who will come into agreement with us for our aspirations. Now, some people fit your life for a certain season, but each season is different. Each level of success requires a higher standard, a different mindset, and a stricter level of discipline. So what we have to do is decide what level of success we desire, and then examine our team to see who belongs and who doesn't. Now, here's the question. Who on your team right now does not belong? Who is hindering you from going to that next level? Is your relationship with them more important to you than your dreams, your goals, your God-given destiny? They say we are just the sum total of the 5 people that we hang out with the most. So my question for you here is, who's not on your team right now that you need to add and bring on to your team in order to go to the next level? Step 5, we gotta starve the illusion and feed the dream. And what I mean by that is, anything in your life right now that does not reflect that which God has promised you, the prosperity, the abundance, the healing, the happiness, the joy, all of these things, anything that does not reflect what God has promised you is an illusion. Whatever you focus on, you feed. So focus on the things that you want to experience in life, the things that you want to become in life, the legacy that you want to leave in life. Now listen to me. Destiny is obligated by universal law to concede to the demands of unwavering faith. Your spiritual enemy needs your doubt and your fear in order to sustain himself. If you don't like what's in your life right now, then starve it to death. You starve it by way of refusing to give your mind to it. For something to remain in your life, it must take possession of your thinking. If you remove it from your thinking, it cannot sustain itself and will have to leave your life. That comes back to that old saying, hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. One of the greatest weapons you have to achieve success is your mouth. Your mouth is a creative device designed to call forth the fruit of truth. It was not designed to distribute excuses. The word of God says, death and life are in the power of the tongue. Those that love it shall eat the fruits thereof. What we have to do is align our mouth with the place that we want to go, with the things that we want to achieve, with the legacy that we want to leave. We got to get our mouth aligned with it. I mentioned to you before that success and greatness was a frequency, a vibration. We gotta get our mouth aligned with that frequency. We get our mouth aligned and then we start lining up our actions. To go to that next level requires massive action. Are you willing to do the things that it takes to go where you want to go? Your actions reveal the true level of your faith. No action, no faith. Hustle and grind are the universal language that is understood by every nation and every culture across the globe. I know you've heard me say it before, but greatness cannot be purchased with Bitcoin. Blood, sweat, and tears are the only credit cards accepted here. You gotta charge greatness to the grind. Success must be purchased with the currency of hard work. I'll say it again. Blood, sweat, and tears are the only credit cards accepted here. Charge it to the grind. Here's the question I have for you. What level of work ethic is required to go where you want to go in life? What action are you going to take today that will move you toward your dream? I want to close out with this. never concede to any other outcome than the one God promised you. You gotta believe. See, doubt is the abortion clinic where the dreams of champions go to die. To give up on a dream is to commit an abortion on a life one could have had. Now I'm gonna ask you this last question. What level of faith is required to leave the legacy that you wanna leave? This is Dr. Billy Alsbrooks, and I am blessed and unstoppable. Impact 1 billion people, and to God be the glory. The struggle is real, but you know you were meant for more. That dream that's on the inside of you just won't shut up, because you know you were meant for more. You've always been different. They never understood you. They've always doubted you, cause you're different. But you know something that they don't know. You know, to be successful, you cannot follow the masses. You gotta be different. And you are bold enough to be you. You've always been different. Success ain't for everybody. B7U Clothing. Wear your identity. Blessed and unstoppable. Success starts with putting the right things into your mind. And my new book, Blessed and Unstoppable, was strategically designed to align your mind with the laws of success. This curriculum will teach you the inner mechanics required to go from average to phenomenal. From living a life with limits to being blessed and unstoppable. As you follow this guide step by step, amazing breakthroughs will happen. New doors of opportunity will open, and favor will begin to chase you down. Blessed and Unstoppable is a 31-day devotional on the laws of success. This book will instigate the thought process and actions required to transform your life. Each day has a Bible verse, a teaching on that day's principle, a positive affirmation, a prayer for the day, self-assessment questions, success quotes, action steps, and a powerful inspirational message. Regardless of what field you're in, Blessed and Unstoppable is your blueprint for success. Get your copy at blessedandunstoppable.com. Also available on Amazon.